my friends, happy holidays to you all. Whatever you're celebrating right now, I wish you a happy, healthy holiday season with love, blessings, peace, prosperity, and all good things. This is the Sun Woman, and I want to welcome you back to my channel if you are a subscriber, and if this is your first time stopping in, welcome to you. I do hope that you will subscribe to the channel. This was a very hectic December, so we didn't get the new moon readings up this month, but I am going to be doing on these videos a full moon reading. The full moon in Cancer is going to be taking place on December 25th on Christmas Day, and so I'll be doing a two card reading for you with the Tao Oracle deck, just looking at what you're leaving behind in 2015 and what you're going to be taking with you into 2016. Okay, and then after that, for each of the signs, I will be doing a 7-card tarot reading, which is going to give us an overview of the key themes for the new year for 2016. Instead of doing a reading where I'm going by monthly, January, February, March, and so on, I'm doing a 7-card overview, which will really address what you're going to be leaving behind in the old year, what's opening up to you, and what you're opening up to you in the new year, key opportunities for the new year, key challenges, what a hidden concern may be, some deep wisdom from Spirit, and then the key theme of the new year. And I will top that off with a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, which is a great advice card and just message from Spirit. And I do appreciate all of your support throughout 2015. It's been a wonderful launch of my channel. I've received so much wonderful blessings and feedback. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. It's been a blessing to connect with so many people and to be able to read for so many clients, new clients for 2015. Thank you again for connecting with me and blessing me with your presence in my life. I do hope that you will stick around with me for the new year 2016. I'll be bringing a lot of new things, going to be doing some astrology reports and other good things for 2016. So this is going to be an exciting year for all of us, and I am certainly looking forward to it, and I hope you are as well. So thank you again to all of you. Again, these are going to be general readings for each of the signs. If you're interested in a personal reading, which is more specific for you and your questions or concerns, please go ahead and contact me on the link here in the information box. It will take you to my website, and you'll be able to book a reading with me. I'm very flexible with my readings. I like to taper my reading to whatever your concern or questions are, whether it's a general reading, a love reading, money, career, job, family, spirituality, whatever it is that you need help with, I can go ahead and just taper that reading to help provide you with the information and the insight that you need. Okay, so please, whatever you are maybe wrestling with at the end of 2015 and need some clarity on or enlightenment, let me help you. I'm at your disposal. Okay, thank you again. It's been a blessing. I wish you all happiness, peace on earth for this planet that we are all children on and that we are all responsible for. Let us bless the earth and those creatures on it, human and animals and nature alike. All right. Good things to all of you. Thank you again, and I wish you a wonderful end of 2015 and a happy new year. Hello Aquarius, this is your reading for the full moon in Cancer on the 25th, and also your overview of 2016. Now, this full moon in Cancer is going to really help you feel accomplished at a job well done. Okay, something that you've been working on is coming to fruition this week, coming to a close, or you're getting the recognition that it deserves and that you deserve. So you're going to really feel that very deeply. This, moon in Capricorn, full moons are already very emotional. We know that. But in Cancer, which is a water sign, there's a deep sense of sentimentality. There's emotional depth there. There is, a very strong intuition, and you're going to really feel whatever this is that you accomplish this week, and enjoy it. Notice what it's like to have your work well received, and notice what it's like to have your efforts acknowledged finally if you've been working on something, okay? Now, that career success is not really going to stop there, because there are other things going on that even if we're not at work this week, there are going to be things that are going to be helping you, seen or unseen, okay? And this might come from an unknown source, or from someone that you would least expect to step forward for you. So, remember to be open to all types of help, and be willing to at least listen, curiously to different forms of potential collaborations that might come up, because they could prove to be very successful for you. And then, if you at some point feel like you need to retreat into the background, feel free to do so, to kind of process everything that's taken place, okay? Because this is the month before your birthday, Aquarius, and it's powerful because it allows you to get a little quieter. It allows you to go a little deeper into yourself and really focus on the inner you. With all this potential career success, you want to balance things out with making sure that everything is focused and ready inside as well, within. So, before we can be reborn into something, or born into something new, it's really useful to pull that focus in for a minute and take stock of what it is that's going on, what has passed, and what is to come. Okay, so a lot of movement in January potentially for your career, but these next 4 weeks before that may really be the setup to make all of that happen. Okay, so what we're going to do first is just take 2 cards from the Tao Oracle. First card is going to represent what you're going to be leaving behind in 2015, and what you should be taking with you into 2016, Aquarius. Okay, 2 cards for Aquarius, leaving behind in 2015, and what is Aquarius taking in 2016? Well, all right, first card just popped up there. Let me take another one, and that card is Inner Truth. Very nice. Very nice card. And then the second card, 2016. Well, I've got 2 cards here. And you know what? I am going to take both of them because they seem to want to come out together, okay? Just kind of have to follow what the Spirit is saying here. So let me just quickly go through these. Well, 2015, what are you leaving behind? This card is Inner Truth, and this represents the wisdom of the heart, insight, clarity, purity, intuitive knowing, consciousness, penetrating illusion. So in 2015, Aquarius, your intuition may have been working overtime. You may have found some type of spiritual awakening, psychic awareness, strong intuition, and you kind of maybe felt your way through 2015, being very aware of what your gut instincts or the signs, or what you have been reading, or having some type of again, spiritual awakening through contact with someone, or something that you've read perhaps. Okay, so there is a pure spiritual knowing that has developed in 2015, and this is what you're coming out of 2015 with, a better understanding of your inner truth and recognition of your inner truth. Now, 2016, well, let's take these two cards. One is innocence and one is the receptive. And the first thing that I'm seeing with these two cards is that this is a child being born of this person's head chakra, the crown chakra, and this is a woman who is pregnant with possibilities here, okay, the receptive. So we're talking about innocence and receptivity is what you're going to be taking into 2016. So perhaps after this spiritual awakening that you're leaving behind in 2015, you're going to be able to trust your own nature even more, okay? This innocence card talks about originality, spontaneity, open-hearted, simplicity, the unexpected. So perhaps you're even more aware of the power of synchronicity and of little accidents that may seem like accidents but are actually things that are ending up very meaningful in your life, okay? You're giving birth to something. So something that you are creating in your mind, you are going to be opening, is going to be born and, is going to be introduced into the world. And that's a really happy baby right there. So whatever it is going to be a very positive thing. It could be something creative, perhaps music or a book or, or a play that you've written or some type of art exhibit that you're planning, a concert. So something is going to be born of you in 2016. Some of my Aquarians may be having a baby in 2016 or getting pregnant. Okay, these are two cards that are very strong with that theme. So, if that is the case, congratulations on that, beautiful happening event in your life. Now, the other card, the receptive, this is the yielding yin principle. So that's the feminine, the devoted, patient, supportive, obedient, responsive, intuitive, earthy, and mother. Motherhood may be a very strong theme here in 2016 for you. So if you have children already, you may become even closer to them. They may, your relationship to them may be even deeper. What you are doing in 2016 may be even stronger and greater on behalf of your children. So strong messages there about children physically, your own children. Some of my Aquarians may be adopting in 2016. Again, if not on a literal basis, there are ideas and dreams perhaps that you are going to be giving birth to, and you are to honor that sensitive, intuitive, yielding feminine principle in yourself, whether you are male or female. You're going to be honoring this and building on the inner truth and the receptivity and intuition that you were nurturing and were having awakened in 2015. So beautiful cards there, Aquarius. Very inspiring. And let's go ahead and take 7 cards from the tarot. Again, these cards are going to just give a little more detail about what you're leaving behind in the old year, what you're opening up to in the new year, key opportunity of the new year, key challenge for Aquarius in the new year, hidden concern that you may have, some deep advice from the spirit, and your key theme of 2016. This is for Aquarius. What are the messages for Aquarius for 2016? Okay. First card, Ace of Swords. Second card, the Wheel of Fortune. Third card, Nine of Pentacles. Fourth card is Strength reversed. The hidden concern from the bottom of the deck, well, the Hierophant. The deep wisdom from the center of the deck. We have the Eight of Wands reversed. And the key theme of the new year, Eight of Swords. All right. So what's the message here, Aquarius? Well, We have the Ace of Swords as the first card. So this is what you are coming out of 2015. This is what you're leaving behind. So you have taken some type of decisive action in 2015, Aquarius. There has been some type of sweeping change in your life, something that you have been very focused on, a lot of thought. A lot of thought has gone into it. Maybe a clean sweep or a break from some type of situation or someone in your life. Something that was definitely born of perhaps some struggle, but you've wielded the sword of truth in your life, and you are in a position of great clarity at this time as you are moving into 2016. So that is an amazing card to be closing out the year with. This card always reminds me of that Gordian, the sword that cuts through the Gordian knot. And if I look at this card, the sword is pointing right down into a crab. So really interesting that this is the full moon in Cancer that we are under right now, that we just did the Tao Oracle cards on. Here are two moons here and the crab there. So this period of time, this full moon may be very monumental for you in some way, Aquarius, in clarifying things for you. Again, this is affecting you in your 10th house of career. So I feel that whatever is going on here is going to really create sweeping changes in your life from the rest of 2015 into 2016. Very good. Okay, and again, I did say the 10th house, but we're talking about the 6th house, which is your work and your job situation that the full moon is in. Now, the card that is you're opening up to in 2016, well, this is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune represents positive life changes. The wheel is right side up, so we find that there may be sweeping changes. Again, another theme of sweeping changes in your life, but these are positive karmic changes that are going to be taking place. Well-deserved opportunities coming into your life. You're in the right place at the right time, says the Wheel of Fortune, and things are moving forward in a positive way to take you to the next level in your life. I love how that Sphinx is sitting on top of the wheel, and look at what she has in her hand, a sword, just like that Ace of Swords. Okay, so again, we're talking about sweeping changes in your life with this Ace of Swords energy and the wheel sitting atop the wheel. That feels like that's you, Aquarius, there. Okay, and now the next card, what's the key opportunity of the new year? This is money. This is the Nine of Pentacles. This talks about money increases, about financial opportunities. It talks about having enough to pay your bills and some extra to enjoy yourself with. Perhaps travel, perhaps some things that you've been putting off purchasing. You're going to have the money to do that. You're going to be able to cover whatever responsibilities that you have to take care of on a daily basis, and again have something left over to enjoy. Nine of Pentacles is about enjoying your money and being comfortable and secure, and it's also reaping the benefits of a job well done. Again, that same theme as the full moon. So you're going to be reaping some very substantial financial rewards this year, Aquarius, as a result of the work that you have put in through this cycle. So look forward to those financial gains. It may be pay increase through work, through a job situation. I feel that it is as a result of work that has been done, your own efforts. Now, the key challenge of your year, well, we have Strength reversed, and the Strength card reversed says that on some level here you are not exercising your strength. Okay, there may be something that you're holding off on making a decision on. You may be delaying making a strong move. A lot of times the the Strength card reverse talks about overdoing it on some level. Maybe instead of focusing and making well thought out decisions, Strength really talks about not being all the way in, not being fully into whatever it is that you need to do. So, with that Nine of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like there are going to be some financial or professional opportunities that are going to present themselves, but you may be a little wishy-washy about making a decision to follow those opportunities. You want to analyze what is holding you back, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is talking about change and about moving forward. And with that Ace of Swords, sometimes we're talking about drastic change. So really analyze what it is, what emotions you are feeling that may be holding you back, Aquarius. Is it fear? Is it lack of confidence? Is it feeling of inexperience? Whatever it is, go deep within in these next 4 weeks and find, go to your metal, to your core, and find out what may be holding you back from making a strong, decisive move in your life in this new year to come. Okay? Now, the hidden concern, which is the Hierophant, what I feel this is for you is there may be a concern for you about going against the grain, or there may be a concern that you are allowing yourself to be controlled by society's mores, by what society or by what your culture or your community or perhaps your family or your group, the circle within which you operate. You may be very concerned about how you are seen in this particular group. And sometimes the Hierophant can represent outdated and outmoded thought processes, okay? Sometimes going by the book, more of a dogmatic belief in things rather than really analyzing if what you believe is your own belief or those that belong to the people or the circle that you belong to, the community or the culture that you belong to. So I feel that your hidden concern here is how do you make your own changes, follow your own mind, but still be in a position where you are respected and you are admired and you are accepted by the circle in which you operate. Okay, whatever that may represent for you, the institution in which you operate. Okay, the Hierophant also can represent higher education. You may be involved in some type of educational endeavor. Maybe you are concerned about finishing a field of study or getting a degree. You may be involved in some type of religious pursuit or active in a church or spiritual group, and you are being challenged by the rules and regulations of that group, and they may come into conflict with what you are, how you are growing and developing and moving forward in your own personal beliefs. Okay, so very powerful spiritual card there with the Hierophant. Now the deep wisdom here from the deck and the Spirit, we have the Eight of Wands reversed. Eight of Wands reversed talks about perhaps the fear of moving forward. Again, there's another theme of there's going to be swift action and swift decisions that may need to be taken in this year coming up. And for some reason, something is holding you back. Now, it may, again, be the influence of that Hierophant energy, okay, of the community in which you live or this institution of family or a religion or, you know, a culture that you are a part of. But you are going to be challenged to think quickly and act quickly, because opportunities are going to come in like lightning. They're going to blow in for you, and you need to be ready to take advantage of these things when they present themselves to you. Okay, so again, there's also, you know, the potential of receiving phone calls, emails, text messages, letter in the mail, some type of opportunity. I feel this is very likely professional opportunity for you that's going to present itself, but on some level you are either going to be in a position of delaying making a decision, delaying moving forward or acting on it, or kind of thinking things through so much that you may miss this opportunity. So be careful of that, and be aware of the potentials with that as well. Now, the key theme of the new year, I feel here, is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is an interesting card because it really underlines the message I feel that is being given by this particular reading. The Eight of Swords talks about self-imposed restrictions, self-imposed limitations. On the traditional Rider-Waite deck, you have the woman who is bound, who has on a blindfold, her hands are behind her, and she is surrounded by 8 swords. Now, the thing is that and actually her hands are not bound. On most of the cards, her hands are by her side. At any moment, she can take off that blindfold and walk through and pass that circle of restriction that is limiting her movement. So the Eight of Swords as your key theme is that you are going to need to assess what it is that is holding you back from making decisions that you need to make. You are the master of your destiny, and the only limitations that you have are the ones that you are going to be imposing on yourself in 2016, Aquarius. So it's interesting how we start out with the Ace of Swords energy of sweeping changes and the change in you mentally, in your mental focus and your thought processes, but still that lingering Eight of Swords as your key theme. So it is going to be a test for you to really integrate the energy of this Ace of Swords to cut your way through these limitations that, as I said, are only imposed by your own thought process, your emotions, and your own fears. Okay, Eight of Swords is under the Strength reversed card. So it is your fear or your holding yourself back that is not letting you work through these Eight of Swords, and that is your key theme of working your way through and freeing yourself from whatever is limiting you that is of your own creation. Okay, and again, Eight of Swords talks about mental process, what the voices are in your head, the chatter, the negative speak that may be going on, the fear factor. Cutting through that in 2016 is your theme, because good things are poised and ready to happen for you, Aquarius. Okay, and so let's just pull a final card here from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck for my Aquarians and see what the final message is from Spirit for you for 2016. What is the message for Aquarius for 2016 from you, Wisdom of the Oracle? Let's take this card. Wow, okay. Here you go, Aquarius. I'm holding it up there so that you can read that. This card, New Life, is the card that I just pulled from the deck. Now, look at that card. There is a sprite, a fairy, some kind of mythical creature. She has just broken out of that egg, so she has been born. She's newly born or reborn. She's stretching and, breaking free. Her, half of her wings are stretched out, the other half are not yet stretched out. One arm is up, one arm is down. So she's kind of halfway awake and halfway still coming out of that egg. And I feel like this is the message for you, Aquarius, that you are poised and ready for this new life that is presenting itself to you in 2016. And you have to be ready. You're being called to be ready to branch out and to follow the call of this new situation, this rebirth from an old way of life into a brand new way of life. The essential meanings are the birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself here. The Oracle's message is when spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. So spring, the spring months, March, April, May be very monumental for you in 2016. Blossoms burst from trees overnight, birds return home and sing their glorious song. And nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune, Aquarius. Beautiful, beautiful card there, and a beautiful end to this reading for your messages for 2016. So wonderful things await for you, Aquarius, that you are going to open up a new breath of fresh air into your life. Don't be afraid to walk through and past your fears in order to embrace this new life that is poised and ready to unfold before you. Thank you so much. I wish you all beautiful and wonderful things for this new year, and thank you again for your time. I wish you good peace and joy. Namaste.